In today's video, I'm going to be having a look at what the White House has said about stimulus, and we're also going to be looking at Prime Minister Suga. Hello and welcome to another acysecurities Hot Topics video. My name is Alistair Schultz and I'm going to be a host for today's trading journey. The first thing I'm going to do today is give you a bit of a recap of the overnight session on where some of the markets have moved. The S&P 500 futures are up 0.4%, while the index is up nearly double that at 0.8%. We've seen the Topix index down 0.5%, the Hang Seng rose by 0.4%, the Shanghai Composite is up 1.7% today. We've also seen the ASX 200 decline 0.2%, and the dollar index is down 0.2% as well on some of those talks about stimulus. We've seen the yen rise against the dollar 0.2%, the euro up 0.1%, and WTI is up from $39.90 to $41.15 per barrel. We've also seen gold jump up as well at $1,905 per ounce, a 0.6% increase. Now, the White House has been talking about stimulus today. This week, as you all know, we've been going from President Trump saying no stimulus deal, no negotiation, to maybe we might reconsider that, to yes, we're going to have some talks. And now it's been discussed over how large this stimulus bill might actually be. They're also talking about two separate ones as well, so that makes it a little bit harder to diagnose which one might come first. And right now, the agreement or the negotiations going on are that the Democrats are saying, well, you need to make it a big bill, and it should be only one big bill, not having two separate ones, one to get some of that favor for political power versus the other side. To me, it does look a lot like it is a tactic for political prowess, but at this stage, it's going to be, a bit in the news pretty much daily until we do see some real figures, a bill signed, and some of that money hitting people's checks. Now, the White House has actually said that they're ready to do further negotiations on it, and that they are looking into how they can do a big one today. So that has changed it. Every single day this week, stimulus has been the talk of the town, and it has been different in some way. So keep an eye on that if you are trading around the US dollar, or any market for that matter, because it does have an impact on us all. Now, having a look at what we've heard from Prime Minister Suga, it's not actually been from Suga himself. What's interesting, and I thought this would be something for you guys at home that might want to start looking into, there is a journalist or a number of journalists in Japan who have been conducting and putting in articles towards a leaflet that is the Prime Minister's movements. That's what they've called it. And now, effectively, what's happening is they're keeping track on who he's going to meet, how long he's spending with them. And that in itself is putting up the prices of certain stocks. One of the most notable ones that we saw yesterday was GMO Internet. And because we know that Suga has an interest in technology space and obviously getting the money transaction side of things improved and internet as well, having a meeting with the CEO of GMO is quite important. So from there, we're going to keep an eye on that situation readily. If we do see Suga go and have a meeting with someone, it might be worth having a look at who that company is that he's talking to and how that might relate to his current policy changes that he wants to make, because it will eventually impact on the stock market if it doesn't within the moments of its release or when we see him actually having the conversations. Now, for the news ahead of tonight, we have Canadian unemployment changes and the Canadian unemployment rate. So that is really all the major news that we're going to be seeing. Last night, we did have the US unemployment figures coming in, or the claims coming through, and there was a slight rise, but nothing too dramatic. Regardless of that, it's still proving that we're seeing 800,000 to 900,000 new claims per week ongoingly for some period of time now, from the beginning of the pandemic, in fact. And so those numbers are still problematic for the current US economy. Of course, when we look at what's happening on Monday, we have a US bank holiday. So expect to see lighter volumes than normal in your trading regime, and you may see more volatility because of those lighter volumes. But either way, if there's anything from today's video or some of my other videos, please feel free to reach out. Send me an email at talktoal@acy.com, or add me on any of my other socials. I have Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. I'm quite happy to have a chat with anyone. Now, if there's anything from today's video you do like, don't forget to reach out. Of course, like and subscribe to this video so you can get more great content from me and ACY Securities in the future. Have a great trading day ahead.